Total Drama's next spin-off show has just started airing, and it's, to say the least. Since May, I've been looking at the bizarre psychology and secret mysteries of this show's characters. I looked at Chris's sociopathy and Chef's possible PTSD, as well as how it's possible that Chef could be Chris's psychological caretaker. I then took an amazing look at the character of Izzy. That is a pretty good video, and I'll definitely be referencing it a lot today, so I'd recommend you watch it now by clicking on the little rectangular box in the top right corner you'll see. Basically, I go on about how she's the smartest character ever seen on the show, and there is a ton of evidence to suggest that she's faking her craziness and faking dissociative identity disorder just so that she can destabilize everyone around her. She's a psychopath who pretends to be insane and unstable. In reality, she has an IQ of what she confirmed to be 188, and it's seen in the fake personalities she puts on throughout the show. So it may shock you that the character of Dawn from Total Drama Revenge of the Island is almost a clone of Izzy. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and today, as I said, we're looking at a seemingly fan-favorite character, Dawn. She's from Season 4, when the second generation of characters moved in, and she's considered to be the creepy chick. Not because she has an obsession with gory or dark things, but because she claims to have the ability to read people's auras. She merely will walk up to someone and accurately spill their whole life story based solely off of their spiritual essence. Not only is that way too much information to be found in a simple radiation of one's soul, but it also isn't something that any other character displays to be a thing that exists in this universe. Well, all except one. Izzy. Believe it or not, Izzy is unbelievably similar to Dawn. Izzy has a confirmed IQ of 188, which allows her to detect such amazing patterns in the people around her. She can know a lot about someone just by looking at them, and she's psychopathic because of this. She masks it all under the guise of insanity and being kooky old Izzy. Izzy could even look at Mal and see Mike trapped inside of his soul. Izzy has the uncanny ability to see patterns, and like most people of severely high IQ, it can make her appear as clairvoyant. In reality, she is simply comparable to someone such as Sherlock Holmes, who just observes someone and, using logic, induction, deduction, knowledge, and assumption, can tell lots about the person. This kind of next-level observation is something amazing for us to watch because it's something everyone does, just most people subconsciously. Brainzilla is, again, a good example of Izzy's intellect. It's the personality she uses to brag about her intelligence, and Dawn is completely like Izzy. Dawn is not a mystical psychic. Dawn is not a conduit of a dimensional spirit. Dawn is not a supernatural being of the universe. Dawn is just a superior genius, and I'm not too sure she's aware of this. Izzy is the kind of person who acknowledges her own high IQ and uses that for evil. She's one of the unfortunate cases in which high IQ has led to more mental conditions than it has positive experiences. She excels in the areas of pattern detection and social manipulation, but it fails her in intrapersonality and other intellect areas. This is common in intelligent people. The smarter you get, the more likely you are to have large gaps in other areas of IQ, and the more likely you are to develop mental conditions. This is Izzy. Dawn is different in this sense. Dawn isn't fully aware of the intelligence she possesses. She claims to see auras, which isn't accurate. More accurately, she sees fundamental patterns in people's facial expressions, fundamental patterns in the nature around her, all patterns of all sorts. She has the ability to communicate with animals because she has studied their psychology. And there's also the fact that the animals in the Total Drama universe are incredibly intelligent and humanoid, especially the mutated ones like Fang the shark. This of course makes it undoubtedly easier for her to communicate with them, and she's studied it intentionally or not. Attributing her abilities to the universe is nothing more than her own confusion of her intelligence. She cannot describe how she understands animals, so she chalks it up to supernatural abilities. In reality, she just detects the fine patterns in their speech and behavior. With her high IQ, she has a great appreciation for nature, and likely has a very high naturalistic intelligence. She uses her powers for good because she doesn't understand them. This is opposed to Izzy, who understood her intelligence because she was a psychopath. An aura is something Dawn can detect, not see. She claims to be that his aura is a purplish-green color, and that's nothing more than simple synesthesia, where she attributes certain obvious physical and emotional cues in people to colors. It's nothing more than the common association that red is anger, blue is serenity, etc., etc. She's done it in her own way. Synesthesia. Very clever unconscious associations. What I find most interesting are her meditations. She gathers her thoughts and can come off as wise and genius after sessions of internal serenity. She understands the value of animals and the planet much more than the average person. Here's an excellent example of how what she detects isn't an aura. When she goes up to Brick, she barely talks to him at all, and she solves his whole life story, blaming it on what she calls his aura. It's simple, really. Any intelligent clinical psychologist can do it. Just observe behavior and boom, you can intuitively detect their mental state. She openly stated how he feels he needs to be dominated and has bladder control issues. Tell me now how that is a spiritual and not psychological thing. She just can't describe her quasi-clairvoyance in any other way, so she goes with the supernatural route. Intentional or not, it's an excellent way to instill fear into the other contestants. However, the one inexplicable thing that both Dawn and Izzy have done is randomly disappear. They have this innate ability to sneak off, and Izzy even brags about it. When Dawn first reaches the island, everyone else is in the water and has to swim to land, but Dawn is seen sitting, completely dry, on the shoreline. When asked about how she did it, she said she took a shortcut. Excessively creepy indeed, and I cannot explain that, but nothing in this show is truly metaphysical. Even Mike's whole fiasco with Mal having a mental breakdown is easily explained, as it's literally all psychological too. The only other thing that was as mysterious as something like Dawn teleporting, though, was when Izzy looked into Mike's soul. And Dawn, when talking to Zoe, explained that Mike does like her, at least the parts of him that are Mike. Dawn can also detect the same thing Izzy can, that there are multiple spirits inside of Mike, despite it being a disorder splitting up traits of a single person, not legit spirits. If that is the case, then maybe it's Izzy who can actually just see auras. Perhaps in the universe of total drama, people with high intellect simply have the ability to perceive people's personalities and spirits automatically. They've gotten so innate with observing and just looking at people that they can automatically tell everything about them. And we do know that it's tied to IQ, since it's the only other thing Izzy confirms is high on herself. Do you know what? I think Dawn's trash collecting was a sham. I think it was a cover for what she was actually doing, hunting for the MCLEAN invincibility statue. After all, she pulls it out of her bag at the very end, revealing it at the optimum moment after letting everyone around her reveal their true feelings. Her plan was to expose Scott for his evil, and it's a genius plan. But Scott was more clever in this instance, and Dawn didn't anticipate that the one she found was a fake, which it was, and then she lost. So just how smart is Dawn? Well, I'd say she sits around Izzy. The only difference, a key difference, is that Izzy's psychopathy let her indulge in the benefits of intelligence, whereas Dawn's innocence let her use it for good, helping the environment and understanding everyone around her on a deep level. She's nothing more than a social psychologist, observing behavior, tracking speech patterns, and doing it all consciously, but naturally. Like it's something she's just used to. Normal people do this in their subconscious. Dawn's not a mystic, she's a Sherlock. She's an oblivious intellectual, and her all-knowing supernatural powers are just highly developed intuition and pattern detection. Just like Izzy, the one with the confirmed intelligence. Now I just need to figure out where Scarlet fits in with all this, because she's next level intellect. I mean, other characters have legit had their IQ revealed in the show. Alejandro is stated to be at 163 and Noah is 180, but Scarlet, I bet I could calculate that shit. Subscribe if you'd like to see more total drama theories. I've got lots planned since I absolutely love this show. I've got lots of movie theories and even physics videos planned too, so if you want to be notified of when I'm publishing, you need to click the little bell button after subscribing and make sure that the settings are set to all instead of occasional, since YouTube loves to make things harder. I'll probably be doing more videos on Revenge of the Island characters, since they are all damn archetypal stereotypes. There's something deeper going on with all of them specifically, and I'ma crack the hell out of it. If you want to check out more, I have a second channel where I'm doing this mysterious video series where I play video games. It's quite weird, but hey, anything in the name of ARGs. Until next time, I'm the Theorizer.